And joining us now is our correspondent Sidhant Sibal, who's in UFA, where the BRICS and SCO summits are to be held. First of all, Sidhant, give us a sense of the kind of atmosphere there, the kind of preparations in place, even as the BRICS summit is expected to begin anytime now.
Well, Rukma, the summit is set to begin tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. UFA time, starting with a CEO meet, and of course then the day will see a lot of events, a lot of bilaterals meet also, but meeting between the 5 BRIC leaders will take place. There will be a family photo, but I'm right now standing at the media center, where all the media from across the world has converged for this summit, and with me is a resident of UFA. Ma'am, welcome to Doordarshan News. My first question, of course, is your city is hosting the big summit, BRICS summit and the SCO summit. How do you feel?
Oh, it's a great event for us, and of course UFA is very glad to see a lot of guests. Of course we were afraid about how we can host this event, but that's okay. And we know that it's very important for our city, for our country, for our region, Bashkiria, and we are very glad.
Ma'am, do you feel proud because you're hosting these two big events here?
Oh, of course, we are proud, and we can see event, very important event in the world, and UFA now is the capital of the world, we can say, yes, and it's very cool.
Capital of the world. So what went into making sure that this summit is a very successful summit, preparations for this summit, security, something? Can you just give details?
Yes. We prepare, and our city prepared very, very good, and you may see...
Right, Sidhant, we'd like to come back to you.
Of course, our people afraid that maybe some bad things will be, but that's okay.
So clearly people in UFA are really happy about hosting this summit, but right now I'm standing at the media center, and of course a lot of media people going around here and there.
Right,
I have just landed in UFA almost like 4.
Right, preparations in place for that all-important 7th BRICS summit. And, well, Sidhant, give us a sense of the focus that India would be having, the main aspects that India would be looking at to obtain through this summit.
Well, Rukma, this summit comes at a time when global economy is not doing so well. We know this crisis happening in Europe, Greece being the epicenter of this crisis. So clearly that will dominate the agenda here. But there are always other issues like how to improve the global economy, rise of new global banks like the AIIB, and of course the new development bank. I just 1 hour ago, had a talk with the new and the first president of the BRICS Bank, KV Kamath, and he said that the bank will start giving loans soon. And of course, yesterday only, the board of governors of the bank met in Moscow. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley was there also, but he's right now in UFA. He's staying at the Sheraton Hotel, and of course the president emphasized on how this bank, the new development bank, will in a sense collaborate with other institutions like the World Bank and the IMF to make sure that the infrastructure need of developing countries and emerging countries can be fulfilled. But there are other issues also, like there is plan of a BRICS satellite also. Remember,
right.
We in South Asia have this plan, SARC satellite. So according to our sources, this could happen. But we can see other things also right now, bilateral with the Russian head of the state, Mr. Vladimir Putin, is taking place, and then later on with the Chinese head of the state. Today there will be an informal dinner, but tomorrow 9 a.m. all the actions start, and tomorrow will be the day when the world will be watching how the new kids on the block, to say in that terms, Russia, India, China, South Africa and Brazil will change the world economy, or at least try to. And remember, there are expectations that by almost like 5 years down the line, these countries will be one of the richest countries in the world, and this grouping will be one of the richest grouping in the world. And of course, it has already surpassed the G7. And how this grouping decides about the world economy impacts almost
Right.
everyone today. There are reports that Greece might join the new development bank. So a lot of expectations from this BRICS summit, but there is also the SCO summit, and there is a likelihood that India and Pakistan will join the SCO grouping, and this is a powerful grouping, at least in Asia. It's known as the NATO of the East.
Right, Sidhant, thank you so much for joining us with those